So ChatGPT has a feature where it will organize all of your input and output files on a per chat basis. So it's pretty easy to get to, but it's one of those things where you kind of have to know that it's there. So let me go through a couple of chats and just show you how you can get to this so that you can start taking advantage of the feature. So just to get to this screen, it's just chatgpt.com, and then you'll likely have to log in. And I have a couple of chats where I already did this. If you haven't done this already, which you probably haven't, you would just go into this section here and you would put in your prompt. And then if you had to add something, you click on the plus here, and then you can add photos or files right here. But I already did this, so let me go to a couple of old chats and I'll show you this. So now this one, I just generated an image here of a 2000 Toyota Camry sedan. You can read the rest of the prompt if you'd like. I just needed some details in there so I could get an image. And this is the image it gave me, which followed the prompt well, no problem. And then I wanted to change something slightly, so I asked it to generate a similar image, but this time keep the car in focus and add a strong bokeh behind it. If you don't speak photographer, that's just the little blurred effect behind the car. This one doesn't have it, this one's blurred. It's not really important. Anyway, so now this is just two chats or two prompts back and forth. And if you click on the little ellipsis here, the little three dots in the upper right corner, two things are in here. One, you have under this little divider line here, you have all of the output files. They're going to be listed right here. Now, I only have two in here. They keep expanding the context windows here, just the amount of back and forth you can have with the model. So this could be, 20, 50 prompts deep, so you could have all kinds of output in here. You could have 50 different things in here. I just have two, but I'm sure you can imagine if you had more, how much could be listed here. And then the other one is if you have input files, they would be listed here under view files and chat. I didn't have any input files here, so this one doesn't have anything. But what I did was I downloaded one of these files here, and then I did a new chat, which is here, and then I basically put this file in, which is just the second one from the other chat, and then I just asked it to generate a similar image but make the car red, which it did just fine. And then if I do the same thing, so I click on this ellipsis in the upper right hand corner, here's my output. Again, I only had one, so it only lists one, no problem. And then if I do view files and chat, here's the file that I uploaded, which is this. I didn't change the name because it didn't really matter, but again, I only had one here, so only one thing's listed. But think about it, if you had, I don't know, lots of documents or PDFs or images or markdown files, or all the things that you can add to prompts now just to add context and tell it the world that it lives in, and just all the different things so you can get better output. You can have dozens of files in here, and it's really easy to lose track of things. So this is a really clean way to just show you all the files that you have. If maybe you forgot if you added something or you didn't, or you wanted to go back and do something with one of the files, you can just come in here and then view the files. And then again, your input files are under view files and chat, and then all the output files are under this divider line here. So I mean, it's really a straightforward feature. It's just you have to know it's here. It's just if you just look at this and come into a chat, it's you might not even see this ellipsis. But anyway, just really quick recap of a really quick video. If you have multiple input files and or multiple output files in a ChatGPT conversation, you can go into the conversation, click the ellipsis in the upper right corner, and you can view both your input and your output files or artifacts from each chat. And view files and chat will give you a list of your input files, and underneath the separator line here, they will list all of your output files. In this case, I just have images, but it would list any kind of output files you have, documents, PDFs, there's a long list of file types that it can output. So if that's interesting, give it a try, and we'll see you next time.